Bing bong.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Paddock Talk. I am Kyle,
I'm Scott.
and on today's episode, we're going to be reviewing last weekend's Chinese Grand Prix, and then, Scott, actually a lot of news out of the F1 world this week.
A lot. Races canceled. Everything gone to shit in a storm. It's so wild.
Mm-hmm. Big news around Aston Martin as well that we'll get into later. But yeah, I'm just excited to talk about the Chinese Grand Prix. A lot happened in that Grand Prix.
It was very entertaining. So let's just jump in. Uh, Kimi Antonelli becomes the youngest ever pole sitter in F1 history, beating Sebastian Vettel's record by just about 2 years. I think Vettel was 20, age 21 and some change, and Kimi Antonelli at 19 years old. It was just wild stuff.
Yeah, it's very impressive for such a young guy to win a Grand Prix and even becoming a pole sitter at such a young age. I know he didn't break the record for youngest driver to win a Grand Prix. I originally thought that's what it was. Just in the haze of the work week, I kind of forgot a little bit about the weekend. I forgot that it was the pole sitter, but no, drivers still have a little bit to go to beat Max. He was 18 years and 228 days when he got his first win, so quite a you need to be quite young to beat that record.
I mean, he had a whole year to attempt to break it, but like last season. But man, just maybe if Mercedes would have held on another year and brought him up this year, or brought this car last or from this year to last year, I mean, he would have had the potential to break that record. But yeah, with now drivers having to be 18 years old to get into the F1 grid, it's going to be few and far between anybody breaking Verstappen's record for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, but very exciting to see him win. The Mercedes and Ferraris kind of battled it out early in the Grand Prix again. But it was just a matter of time before those Mercedes took over and Kimi kind of built that gap near the end of the Grand Prix.
Oh my God, yeah, like Kimmy was gone like after what was it, lap one, because Lewis took the lead going into turn one because Antonelli again, like he did in the sprint race, just a bad start off the grid, and Shaw and Lewis took advantage of that. And Lewis took the lead oh so briefly, but then Kimmy said, "Hey, hold my beer, let me get my lead back," and he was back in the lead by I think the end of lap one,
Hmm.
and George shuffled back to fourth. But once Kimmy got that lead, he was not letting go, and it was just a battle for second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, and it kind of still seems to be that way. I was actually, after qualifying, I was a little excited to possibly see McLaren gain a little bit of pace because they were looking good at the end of qualifying. Um, I thought they were going to maybe catch up to Ferrari in pace, maybe not quite catch Mercedes, but we didn't even get a chance to see any of that on track on race day because both McLarens didn't start the race.
Four, four DNSs, Albon, Bortoleto, and both McLarens and Norris and Piastri. Like poor Piastri hasn't even taken a lap in a Grand Prix this season, and we're already done with race two. It's just so disheartening that the constructors champion last year, uh, yeah, is looking very, very not good.
No, not at all. Um, I think what was the Lando had an electronic issue, right? Yeah, that's what I have in my notes here. I don't know
There
what
were two different
Oscar's issue
electronical
was.
issues, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it
no,
was
no,
two
that's right.
different electrical issues.
Yeah, completely separate. So I remember them saying on the broadcast now, yeah, Oscar's was electrical as well, but unrelated to the electrical issue Lando had. Like you mentioned, Gabby had a hydraulic issue before the race started. Who was the other driver not to start?
Albon.
Albon, that's right. Oh, that Williams. Um, but
Yeah,
again,
that Williams.
yeah, other cars that didn't finish too well though, Scott, the Aston Martins. I know it's gonna be a theme. It's gonna be a theme all season. Lance barely making it 10 laps into the race before he had to retire, and then Fernando almost making it halfway through the Grand Prix or just barely making it over halfway before he has to retire. Um, I don't know if we want to get into the big news around Aston Martin quite yet. It's still quite early. We have a lot to still go over,
Oh,
but
I mean, just let's bury the lead here a little bit. But I mean, Cadillac almost had points this past race with the war of attrition with all these cars just falling by the wayside because of Max Verstappen had to park it. Like he had to limp it back into pit road. He didn't finish. Valtteri Bottas 13th in that Cadillac. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, at least the Cadillac finished the race, all but one lap down.
yeah, after some pretty
But
hard contact on lap one between each other.
yeah, between both, like that's like the first rule in Fight Club. You don't freaking hit your teammate. You, if you're gonna get into somebody, do not hit your teammate. But I mean, a Williams didn't start, but yet at least Carlos Sainz did finish in the points in second place, so at least he got points. And but like just Lewis Hamilton, his first ever podium with Ferrari, like didn't want to say I called it. Like my first two picks were just straight trash, but I called Lewis on the third step of the podium, and I just feel happy. I actually got something right for once. He looked like the old Lewis. I mean, they even said after the race, like Charles and him, like that was the best racing they've had in a while.
Yeah, it was very exciting to see them battle it out during the race. And like you said, Lewis's first podium with Ferrari in a while. It was well since the sprint last year, but it was really nice to see Kimi bring and the Mercedes send Bono up onto the podium with them. Just being able to see him and Lewis share the podium again was really nice.
Oh yeah, like yeah, him and Bono go back a long, long way. Mercedes. Watching the cool down room, like them watching it, like Lewis sitting down on that couch, he's like, "Oh my God, this couch is comfy." Like they're like both George and Kimmy are like looking at the replays, and just Lewis is like, "God, this couch is so comfy. This is so much better than the interview couch."
Mm-hmm. And I know you had made a quick reference to your picks. I know the listeners might not count it, you might not count it, but Checo I think was the last of the running cars, so I'm gonna count that as a correct pick on my part.
Technically, like Albon was last, but I mean, if you want to go technical running, I guess it's correct. That's just
No, we'll not
semantics,
count it.
really.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, because we are actually doing a running toll, listeners, the whole season. So I think I'm the only one actually getting anything right. So hey, up one here.
Plus one.
Um, plus one. I'm in the positives here. So let's talk about both races being uh, canceled after Japan. Bahrain and Jeddah have now been canceled. They're not having any makeup dates. They are done for after the whole, you know, the bombing in Iran. I don't know if the FIA is going to try to find a replacement race. I don't know where they can. So we might end up having a 2026 season with only 22 races.
Yeah, I don't think they'll make up the races at all, just with how compact and how logistical the F1 season is. Just because of all the like they ship all their parts out before the season and cars and stuff like that, I think. So I just don't see them
Yep.
making up those two races at such a short notice, especially with just the unpredictability in that region of the world right now. Um, and that kind of gave me a thought as well. I know the races aren't until the very end of the season, but it kind of put doubts in my mind that Qatar and Abu Dhabi might be run at the end of the season. Just
Ooh,
knowing, go ahead.
that's true. No, that's
Yeah,
true.
they're not until like the Abu Dhabi's December 6th. Qatar's at the end of November, but don't know how long this thing's going to be going on in the Middle East. Uh, obviously they won't say anything this early, but if just because the unpredictability, we won't know if the races are held. If you cancel them now, those races I could see being made up somewhere else. And we had kind of talked, not on the podcast the other day, about potential makeup races. So that was kind of a thought I was having, is if they canceled those races, could you make them up in different parts of the world? But just yeah, with the
It,
unpredictability in that region right now, I don't know. I don't even see those races being held later in the season.
n- no, it's gonna be really hard. The only way they can probably make up any races in the Middle East is if they do doubleheader weekends, like during the just the really the hard times of the COVID era. Uh, they would have to do like almost like double headers, like where they'd have Austria one week, and then the next weekend it would be an Austrian Grand Prix, but by a different name.
Hmm.
Like they had Baku, or not Baku, they had Bahrain twice. They had the the big layout and then the oval layout the next weekend. So like that's the only thing I can think of. But again, the logistics of doing it's going to be hard. We have like a 5 week gap after Japan till Miami. Then you have Miami, and then 2 weeks until Canada. It, I mean, maybe you could do well. You can't even do Miami because that's technically a parking lot. They only have the time to do it for that one weekend. Uh, yeah, like they're kind of boned on the schedule. Like unless they do two Barcelonas back to back, uh, the schedule's so compact. I just can't see them doing it.
Now that you mention it, I could possibly see them doing, like you said, double headers on the European stretch, getting rid of maybe the summer break, just because we are having this extended break at the very beginning of the season. And that way, logistically, you could maybe move stuff a little bit easier. A lot of the factories are in Europe, so that would make sense if they wanted to maybe place a couple extra weekends there in the summer. But yeah, just kind of a bad situation all around. Uh, Out there, races being canceled. You know, the season's just getting started. We're just getting revved up. We don't want to have such a long break to start the season. I know they don't, so
Oh yeah,
it kind of
race
just
teams want to
sucks.
race because that's how they make their money,
Yeah.
and the race fans want to watch racing. So we have to go like we go from oh my god 2 weeks off. What are we gonna watch? To holy shit, we have 5 weeks off. Then a race, then another week, then a race, then another week, and then we're gonna be to the summer break and 4 weeks off. Uh, like I
Hmm.
don't know what kind of logistical acrobatics the F1 schedulers are gonna do. I would kind of hope they would get another track or two in there to maybe help the standings out, but maybe after the start of the 2026 season, with everybody not having so much fun with these battery powered Mario Karts, as Max Verstappen would call it, maybe it's kind of a blessing that we have a shortened season for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it might give the teams a little bit more time to develop those aspects of the car that are causing so many of the reliability issues, especially for McLaren. Imagine Oscar DNSs or crashes out early in Japan and starts the season 2 months without getting into a race.
Oh my god, that would be just horrible.
Hmm. I was just
That
thinking
would
too,
that
all
would be
the
just god awful.
yeah, just going to with all the gaps in the season too. I know these are like top athletes of the world, but it probably just disrupts the driver's rhythm as well. Getting so focused on getting the season started and then having such long gaps, I bet it just throws their rhythm off completely for the entire season. Some of them anyway.
Oh, I'm sure everybody, you're mentally in a zone, so you're just mentally ready. I gotta do this. I have to. All right, I got to get ready for Bahrain high speeds, a couple sharp turns. Like you have to get mentally prepared for this Jeddah, of the fastest street circuit there. It's like, oh my god, like you're mentally focused and ready, and all of a sudden it's like, I have 5 weeks off. Like
Hmm.
it's gonna be great, good for their body, but like mentally, it's gonna take them a bit to get focused because it's like anything else. If you're not racing, you're out of rhythm. Like, like if you run or jog, if you take a week or two off from running and you go back for your first run, you're going to be huffing and puffing for a while. So
Hmm.
it just keeps them in race shape.
Absolutely. And those are good tracks we're losing as well. Jeddah, potentially Qatar. Nothing mentioned on Qatar yet, but fast tracks, like you said.
Oh,
So
Bahrain and Jeddah, they always have some good racing. So,
yeah, on to
so
Aston
should we?
Martin.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll let you talk because you're the Aston Martin fan.
Yeah, I didn't even I don't have social media, so I didn't even really hear about this news until right before the podcast, but it seems as though Adrian Newey, he's stepping down as the principal of our team principal of Aston Martin already. And honestly, something I kind of expected, not for him to step down so early, but just to focus more on the technical side and not have so many eggs in his basket. But also Jonathan Wheatley, he's going to be joining as the team principal from Audi. I really didn't expect that him switching out from Audi so quick, especially I know he's been with them for a couple of years, but just with the whole rebrand to Audi from Kick, Lawrence obviously has very, very deep pockets to get him over so quickly. But yeah, just kind of a shock to the system. I am seeing reports
Yeah,
like the news is still kind of fresh. I've seen some reports saying that he's out of that Newey has left the team. I've seen some reports saying that he's just staying with the team but focusing more on the technical side. So I don't know. The dust might need to settle a little bit more before we actually know what's going on.
yeah. Everything I've seen, it's just Newey is stepping down as a team principal and gonna 100% focus on the technical aspect of the team, which that's what you paid for. That's what he needs to be doing. Uh, it was more of an interim role for him until they found somebody, which, like you said, Big Papa Lawrence, he's got the money. They wanted Jonathan Wheatley, they got him. Like, and it's kind of a bringing the band back together because Wheatley was with Red Bull during their heyday, and bringing back Wheatley with Newey. I mean, might shake the system up and might help them get out of this funk they have because holy shit, is it a funk?
Oh yeah. Yeah, with Wheatley being added, yeah, just more expertise being added to the team at kind of the cost of nothing except Lawrence's money, but yeah, Aston definitely needs a technical boost, and I think Newey being able to focus on that will help because I was watching Sam Collins' Tech Talk earlier today from right after the Grand Prix, and it was showing graphics of where all the cars are fastest in each part of the track, slow corners, medium speed corners, high speed corners, and straights. And Aston Martin is by far the slowest car in the straights. uh, High speed corners, they're terribly slow. Slow speed corners, they're terribly slow. The only part of the track they're kind of with the rest of the field is medium speed corners. So they need to improve in literally every aspect of the car.
Well, to be fair, though, like how much data can they really have done because Aston Martin hasn't even finished any races this season. So, how much actual real data have they collected with this? Because I don't see it. Like the car's a shitbox. It's a pig. It's a pig on wheels. Like they're gonna have to do a whole renovation on this car just to get it even close to the back end of the midfield.
Yeah, and it's gonna suck for Aston having such a long, or Aston Martin getting such a long break in the season here too, because they're just gonna not be able to be running any laps. They barely ran preseason testing and whatnot, and can barely finish half a Grand Prix or a quarter of a Grand Prix with each car. So yeah, I don't see a fix coming anytime soon, possibly even this season for that team.
Well, it's looking really bad, and plus now you're going into Honda's home Grand Prix with the Japanese Grand Prix next weekend. Like, what kind of showing are we gonna get? Like, is it gonna be really bad when Honda can't even get to halfway of their own home Grand Prix? It's gonna be horrible.
Yes. Um, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad Grand Prix for Honda and Aston Martin. Seppuku may be committed at one point during the Grand Prix.
You think,
Oh yes,
or
absolutely.
or or possibly charged with a high crime against some Japanese racing hierarchy, like he
Hmm.
may be hunted down and killed.
Hmm. Possibly.
Um, oh my God. So. I know you kind of talked about Aston Martin. I guess we'll let you talk about your picks. We got into a little sports betting talk. So how'd your picks do?
Scott, um, not good. My gambling picks were not good at all. So, yeah, I had George Russell to win the Grand Prix at minus 125 odds. That lost out because Kimi ended up winning, so lost there. Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas, I both had to classify in the race rankings. I had them both not to classify at minus 135 apiece. Lost both those bets, and honestly, I got really excited on lap one when they collided in Checo Span. I thought I was gonna hit that both those bets right there. I thought those Cadillacs were gonna go flying off after that contact, but yet they still finished. Just my luck. And then actually my saving
Bastards.
grace. Go ahead.
No, I said those bastards.
I know they couldn't even help me out there by crashing out. And then actually my saving grace of the weekend was actually Lando Norris not starting because that voided the bet I had of five British drivers to finish in the top 10 just because he didn't start. So that void was just bet, so I got my money back for that. So that was actually my saving grace because Arvid Lidblad finished 12th outside the top 10, so that bet would not have hit if Lando started the race. So I'm happy for that. So on the whole, my weekend record is end season record is 0-3-1, zero bets won, zero bets or three bets lost, and one bet void. So like I said last episode, this is not gambling uh, tips info. It's just my personal opinion. Don't take it because clearly I cannot bet. But honestly, just looking forward to Japan to try and get my record going the other way for me.
I mean, by the end of the season, I really want to see you at least in the 50-50 or positive range. But you could also look at betting tips. You know, maybe if you're not looking very good, people know to bet against your bets.
That's what Brennan used to do, and he was actually on a hot streak for quite a while. So yeah, that honestly might be a good choice.
Oh shit! Maybe I need to get into sports betting. Hey Kyle, who do you have in for the F1 race? Oh yeah, I totally think George is gonna win the race, and then it's gonna be Shaw and Lewis. Oh, okay, cool. Yo, can I get 100 on Kimi winning? Ferrari's both not finishing, and yeah, let's just do that.
um, a,
You'll get me into proper sports betting eventually. I'm not much of a better, but I like your attitude on this sports betting.
oh yeah, it's fun, man, and you can bet you could lose $60 and win 20 and still be up just like Ray. So it's all about how you feel in your head, not about in the pocket.
Well, I mean, those are VLTs, not just actual betting.
Oh,
Hey, did you
buddy.
see $60 here? Oh, you mean like 320s? Yeah, no.
The Haas is like
Okay.
Ferrari. Did you see 60 horsepower anywhere? Did you?
No, no, I didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, if we can get a Trailer Park Boys quote in every freaking podcast, I think that'd be fantastic.
Hey,
Oh,
trying to,
oh
buddy.
man. Oh, dude. If we can't get the F1 fans listening, at least we get the Trailer Park Boy fans listening. Um, so, I know it's kind of a short week. We don't have any races this coming weekend, because Japan is next weekend. Do you have anything else to add?
No, maybe just to mention, just with the schedule coming up, like today, just because there is a gap in the schedule, we're just doing a Chinese review, and then our next episode is just going to be strictly a Japanese preview. Um, and then yeah, just with a lot of the gaps in the calendar coming up, we're going to be trying to get out different episodes based on just other ideas, favorite drivers, favorite tracks, kind of whatnot. So just trying to keep the schedule full.
Oh yeah, everybody, you'll still get an episode every week from us. It just might not be current F1 related, but yeah, we're bouncing around a couple different ideas about like different drivers, maybe different eras, favorite cars, stuff like that to get us, you know, to get some content out. And be sure to look on social media too as well. We'll be putting a lot of like stuff like that out as well. Is that all you have, Kyle?
Absolutely, Scott.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to our podcast. Sorry, it's kind of a short one. We just wanted to cover China. and just a couple of the breaking news. But just be sure to follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, with just everything going on. We'll trying to keep as much content as we can going every day. Uh, well, we thank you for you guys listening, and just keep following us on social media. Be sure to interact with anything. If you more stuff you want to listen to, just let us know. Thank you guys for listening. I've been Scott.
I've been Kyle.
All right, thank you. Until next week.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Paddock Talk. Don't forget to like and share the episode and check out Paddock Talk on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord.